Le Normand. Pedri. And Kubasi. And it's Pedri. Yamal. Now Pedro Porro. And he was quick to react. Nuno Mendes. Rafael Leao. Bernardo Silva. Now Gonzalo Inacio. Bernardo Silva. And it's Vitinha. Rafael Leao. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Bernardo Silva. Here's Rafael Leao. Now it's Ferran Torres. And he welcomes it in. Ferran Torres finds himself offside. Nuno Mendes. And it's Dallo. Bruno Fernandes. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Pedri. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Yamal receives it in a wide position. Yamal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Bruno Fernandes gets it away. That's the throw. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Rafael Leao is onto this. In with the challenge. Nico Williams. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Yamal. A lot of space ahead of him. And it's Pedri. This looks promising. And the finish! Goal, Spain! The first significant strike. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Ferran Torres demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Spain. And that signals the end of the first period. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Spain up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Spain can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are back underway. Spain currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Fabian Ruiz.
Fabian Ruiz really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, it's come off the upright. Ruben Dias clears. Spain just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. And it's Ruiz. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's made its way to him. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That's a good run down the left. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Ferran Torres. And here's Ruiz. Now there's a fine ball. Rodri. And here's Ferran Torres. Vitinha. That is ended up in no man's land. And this is Ronaldo. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another.
Real chance! And a neat finish! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Spain are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Nico Williams. Le Normand did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bruno Fernandes. Pass somewhat off target. Knocks it out wide. Now it's Rodri. And it's Pedri. Good ball, good take.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Crosses it in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Vitinha. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's got away. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Bruno Fernandes. Grimaldo. And that will be it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together?